What's up guys, it's Dan. Welcome back to another episode of Guitar Talk. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, all those YouTubey things. Roll that intro. What's up everyone? So today we are looking at the updated for 2023 Mark Holcomb signature PRS SE guitar. Just to get it out of the way, if you are looking for a comparison video between this and the older version of the guitar, then I've done a video on that and you can just search our channel and you will find it. Other than that, checking out the body specs at the start as we normally do. We've got a mahogany body, a quilted veneer maple top, a plate style hardtail bridge, volume and a tone, a coil split for the pickups, three-way switch on this, and it's got the new Seymour Duncan Mark Holcomb Scourge and Scarlet pickups. Going over to the next side of things on this, we've got a maple neck with a black satin finish, so it's nice and smooth. Glossy back of the headstock, PRS SE tuners, bound ebony fretboard with 24 frets. It's a very flat 20-inch radius, 25.5-inch scale, and the neck profile on this is a wide, thin neck profile. Going over the changes for this model, so the two changes that I can see are, we've got the new color scheme, which is the blue Holcomb burst, and then other than that, we've got the Seymour Duncan Scourge and Scarlet pickups, which, from what I can see, they are designed to work really well with modeling amps with Mark's rig in mind. They've got less gain, more dynamics, more articulation. That's great for me because if you've watched the channel for a long time, you know I'm a Fractal user. I use the ML SoundLab stuff. They sound really, really good with that, and they work awesomely with amps as well, because in this day and age, modeling amps, Fractal, all that stuff sounds so close to real amps that for it to work with one, they've got to work with the other. So don't be put off if you are a traditional amp user. These pickups sound great with traditional amps as well. Straight out of the box, the setup on this thing has been done really, really well. The fret ends are nice and smooth. The binding, you can't even feel it's there. It's got a nice low action on it. It's a 20-inch radius, so obviously you can get a nice low action on it. It comes set up out of the box in drop C with some heavier strings on it. I don't know off the top of my head what they are. They might be 10 to 52s or 10 to 56s. So obviously, if you want to play it in standard with lighter strings, you may need to set it up to your preference. But the setup for drop C out of the box on this is really, really good. The intonation is in. It's just a great feeling and playing guitar. The build quality on this Obviously, I can't see under the finish because it's a solid finish, but it feels like a really good quality bit of maple they've used on the neck. It feels really nice and hard and stable, which is really important, obviously, for when you're playing. The tuners feel really reassuring, and they are doing the job at holding the tuning once you've stretched the strings in. The bridge feels like it's really good quality, so feels like there's going to be really good tone transfer there. Nice clunky switch on there as well that again feels really reassuring. At the price point this sits at in the UK, which is just around the £1,000 mark, you would expect a really good quality guitar, and what they've built here definitely lives up to that. Playability on this, it's a really nice feeling guitar to me. It's got that PRS wide thin neck profile on there, which is my go-to profile when I play PRS guitars. It's not Ibanez thin, it's got more meat than that on the back of it. Think 60s Gibson, but maybe a little bit less. That's what it feels like to me. Obviously you've got that 20-inch radius, which is ultra flat, so you can get really low action on this. You don't have to have a low action, but you can get that low action and still do big sustaining bends without it choking out. Obviously PRS excel in, even on like the Silver Sky range where you've got that 7 to 8 inch radius, depending on if it's the core line or the SE model. They excel in getting those big bends, no choking or anything like that, but the 20-inch radius definitely helps there. If you are someone who plays like a vintage style Strat or Tele or something like that with an old 9-inch radius or a 7-inch radius or around there, then it may feel a little bit jarring if you go from playing that to playing this, but it's such a comfortable guitar to me that you quickly get used to it. Would I play one of these live? Absolutely, yes, I would. It is a really great feeling guitar with a big range of sounds on there. Obviously, Mark uses the SEs live with Periphery, and they're not known for their polite music. They play a very hard-hitting, energetic set, and his guitars seem to last all tour and then some. So, would I be confident taking this on tour, playing this live? Absolutely, no question there whatsoever. The tones that you can get out of this guitar with the Scourge and the Scarlet set of pickups in there. I know I said earlier that obviously I use Fractal myself, I use ML SoundLab myself, and I can definitely say these pickups, this guitar works really well with that style of amplification. If you are someone that uses traditional amps, valve amps, transistor amps, whatever you want to use, this guitar lends itself equally as well to all of those setups. In terms of the tones, if you are vaguely familiar with Mark's bands, Haunted Shores and Periphery, then you probably think big, crushing metal riffs, modern metal, big overdriven sounds. If you listen to those bands as well, then you probably know there's an equal amount in there of big, sweeping, clean, ambient guitar passages. These pickups have been designed to do both of those styles very, very well. They are very touch sensitive, they are dynamic, articulate, so when you play big distorted chords you can really hear every single string. You engage the coil tap and you can get nice stratty style tones out of it as well. If you want to, you can get sort of classic rock style tones. As long as you dial your amp in and use the right amp setup for it, you can really get anything out of this guitar. It is a serious workhorse machine of tones. Is there anything that I don't like about this guitar or anything that I would change? For me personally, the only thing that I might do is put some of the locking style tuners on there just for a bit of extra tuning stability. Not that this guitar doesn't have tuning stability. It's got the satin style neck on there, which I personally love. If you want a gloss style neck, obviously you can polish that up. But other than that, this is just a great guitar and there's not really anything that I would change about it. Is the guitar worth the money? As I said earlier, these in the UK at time of launch are just over £1,000, and I know a few years ago you used to be able to get a decent top SE for around £700 in the UK, but everything's gone up in price and the quality of these have gone up as well. And if I got this for just over £1,000, I would not hesitate to think that it is worth every penny. These come with the classic PRS padded gig bag. I know some people will want a hard case, but the gig bag that PRS do with the SEs is a very, very good quality gig bag. It gives loads of protection. Yes, if I wanted to put this in the back of a van rattling around with a PA system and everything, then I would probably want to put it in a hard case. But for putting it on the back seat of my car, for carrying it to gigs on foot, for carrying it to rehearsals, for around the house, the padded gig bag that PRS give with these is plenty good enough. So is it worth the money? To me, yes, it is, no doubt in my mind. Overall thoughts on this, it's a great feeling guitar, built really well. It's just an excellent example from PRS. It's nice that you've got the Mark Holcomb signature on the truss rod cover, so you can take that off if you don't want his name on it for some reason. The pickups in this, it's a well worth upgrade for 2023. They are nicer sounding to me than the old pickups. I'm actually half considering getting some myself to put in some of the guitars that I use for rock stuff. It's just a fantastic guitar. If you can check one out, it is definitely worth checking one out. So there we go, guys. That is the PRS 2023 Mark Holcomb signature guitar. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Other than that, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.